We have breaking news this evening out of Croatia as a takeover is completed at league leaders Jarun. Now, manager Aussie Villain is about to begin a press conference. Thanks, everybody. I know, look, I'm sure we're going to have a few questions, so I'm going to answer what I can for you. Yeah, go on. Yeah, mate, Chaz Hogan, the Australian and Jarun Times. Now, mate Gallic is the new chairman at the club. What do you know about him, mate? Yeah, mate, look, mate seems fine. I've had a quick chat with him and, yeah, mate, you know, it seems like mate and I are on the same page for a lot of things. So that's obviously a good thing, mate.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 3, Episode 7 today, and we have a chance to secure European football. Now, obviously, we have much higher expectations and dreams than Europa Conference League qualifying rounds, but we can secure at least some form of European football today. And we'll be doing it with a new chairman as mate Gallic has come in to be the new chairman, and yeah, he's replaced Zvatko, whoever that guy was. He seems, you know, there's been no real money invested, but one thing that they did do, which I think I agree with, is that they've agreed to, well, they haven't agreed, they just cut the link to Lokomotiva. Didn't really make sense anymore to have it, to be honest. And they have also agreed that we can go and look for another affiliate, and one that will be a junior affiliate to us, I'm assuming, because we'll be trying to get their best youngsters out of there, basically. So that's all good. Early signs are this guy could be good. So yeah, mate and I hopefully will be mates. If I can run that joke any further, just make sure we completely beat it to death. We've also signed a new contract to stay at the club, so that's good news. But there are 3 games to catch you up on as we look to close in on this inaugural league title, and the first of those games was against Rijeka. We fell behind early. And we never recovered. We lost 1-0 away to Rijeka. Now, we had so many good opportunities in this game. We just didn't take our chances. We dominated 61% possession with an XG of under 1 is obviously not good enough. So, yeah, we hit the post a few times from obviously not great positions, you know, because the XG was so low. But, yeah, to say that we deserve to lose this game is on the actual performance. XG suggests probably yes, or we certainly deserve to win it. Actually, on the highlights, we 100% should have won this game. So really, really frustrating. And with that frustration fresh in the mind, we faced Variston. We took the lead through Tregrenic. And Tregrenic then turned provider for Tolik to make it 2-0 at half-time. Variston pulled one back early in the second half. But Page crossed for Fillet to make it 3-1. Before Tolik picked out Fillet in stoppage time for our 4th. So this was more like it. We dominated the game more so than we did against Rijeka. But to be honest, this is the sort of scoreline we should have had against them as well. But you can see from the match ratings, it was much, much better. And yeah, all was well that ends well. So a good, solid win to take into the home game against Dinamo Zagreb. We took a first-minute lead when Pajic crossed for Gulji. But Dinamo pulled level in the second half. So a draw was fair in this one, to be honest. We perhaps scored too early and that we then had something to defend. But again, 62% possession against Dinamo Zagreb. We've just got to be a little bit better at taking chances. But Pajic, I was thinking actually, you know, after that early goal, you know, there was like 50-something seconds into the game, Pajic has got to be getting close, just on performances, to getting a Croatian call-up. He's absolutely brilliant. But anyway, 4 points in 3 games. Not ideal, but let's have a look at what it did for the league table. And we're still in a very good position. 15 points clear of Hajduk. Now, today it is Istra, and then it is somebody else who I can't remember just now, but I'm sure we'll find out when that game kicks off. Yeah, it's as I say, a chance to secure European football, but equally with a chance to take 2 more giant leaps towards the title if we can get the 6 points here. So let's go and start that. It is Istra up first. And Vukovar at home is the second game. So if we don't get European football here, we should get it at home to Vukovar. Let's hope so anyway. So we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of them when they have absolutely no cohesion at all. And this is a team that we are sending out. It is Todorov in goal, or Todorovic even in goal. It is Bekanic. Hartman comes in. Now that is and Zebic is wide, the other wide centre back. If we just to show you put Rakic back in there. The other two don't like him, so we're going to stick Hartman in and see how that goes. Pajic down the right, Rovers down the left against his former team, of course. Dajka, Nunez, who's back fit, and Todic, who has a bruise. So we're going to stick him in and hopefully a bruise won't affect his performance too much. Fillet, again, against his former club, and Tommy G will be the two up front. And we've got a fairly strong bench. I don't think there's any major injuries, is there? No. So we've got a full squad to pick from. And there's a couple of youngsters on the bench we'll look to give game time to if the scoreline permits. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. Do we recognise any names? I don't think so. Now, Istra have a really good goalkeeper. This guy here, I think it's him. I think he's Nigerian. And he's really good, and I don't understand why they're not starting him, because I would love to sign him to be our number one. So hopefully, if they don't sign him or they'll start playing him, he'll be more likely to want to leave to join us anyway. So yeah, I don't understand why he's not playing for them. And here we go against an Istra team, as we can see there in their recent form, is struggling big time. And yeah, Istra, I don't understand. You know, you consider as well that they've let Rovers and Fillet come to us. Rovers, they just let go. We got him on a free. Fillet, we really didn't pay that much for him in the grand scheme of things. And yeah, I don't quite understand what's going on at that club. They're the sort of team that is just, you feel, sleepwalking towards a relegation in a season or two's time, because yeah, there were rumours that their manager was going to get sacked. Thankfully, he didn't get sacked before this game, because there's nothing worse than coming up against a new manager, because you don't know what you're going to get from them tactically. And of course, there's the old new manager bounce as well. So, yeah, very happy to see him. I was defending him in the press like you would not believe. He was the Croatian Alex Ferguson, if you'd believe what I was saying in press conferences about him. So, he's here for this game, and hopefully we can take advantage of the fact he's there. And then if they sack him, I don't care after that. But here we go now with Philip to Dashka. I believe we're in the sort of the last round of games against clubs as well. So, it'll be the last time we face these guys this season. And yeah, so what they do after this is, I don't really care, to be honest, as we've got a chance here. Dashka wide for Pajic. Pajic, can he pull it back across goal to Fillet? And Pajic has been doing that all season, which is this is a good opportunity as any to say final call for Viewers Player of the Year nominations. We will be voting on that next episode. And I dare say assist and goal scorer in this particular one might be featuring amongst those nominations. As nice little ball in by Pajic, and Fillet was there just to cushion the header over to give us a nice early lead, 1-0 up. And yeah, like I say, if we win here, we should have secured European football. I think it's dependent on some other results as well, but it'll almost certainly be mathematically guaranteed. If not this game, then certainly by the end of the next one. And then we just, yeah, do a bit of a countdown to the title, really. If because our 15 points is 5 games. There's, I think there was 9 games to go, I think, before this one. So that's getting to the point where we would need to, Hajduk would need to win out, and we would need to lose more than half our games, which, I mean, we have shown no signs of being a team that is going to lose half their games this season. So, you know, in sort of the round or a playthrough round where it's you play everybody once. So yeah, you'd like to think, hope, even dream that it is just a matter of time, but obviously we do need to make sure that we see things through. But we've not really, I mean, it's not been a classic game, this one at all, has it? We've gone in front and the game is kind of shut down completely. And Fillet is now injured. Well, let's hope that's not serious, because even if the league title is sort of one hand, or, you know, got one hand on the trophy, there is still the cup, of course. And I would very much like to think we could do a double this season, as Prajic off the bench does brilliantly there. Tolik wide for Pajic. Can Pajic find Tommy G? Nunez is in there as well. We go to Tommy G. And it is just past the post. Let's go just to positive. Let's maybe demand a little bit more as well. 10 shots, 1 on target. is not a great ratio. Tolic looks like his bruise might be affecting his performance. So we will bring on Purser. Trugenic has a bruise as well. So we'll bring Purser on and see how that goes for us. We've got some defending to do here. Todorovic does it well. And let's see where this highlight goes. Zabic now on the ball to Pajic. Pajic forward for Pranjic. Pranjic to Daška. Hartman, who has looked relatively solid so far there. Hasn't he? Not that we've seen that much of him, or anybody to that for that matter. Here we go now with Pajic. Can Pajic whip another ball in? It's a good one, and Pranjic just couldn't make a connection. You do wonder a little bit. There was a defender sort of right on him, and I wonder if that was enough pressure to make sure he couldn't get clean contact. But the game is winding down here fairly rapidly to the point where we're in stoppage time now. So we will tempt fate and go a little bit more defensively minded, and hopefully not concede a late equalising goal. Alright, so that's done. Game hopefully shut down. Tell them to focus, and let's get to the end, boys. And that is possibly European football guaranteed. We'll find out momentarily. But in the third season, I've got to say I was expecting it to be a little bit more longer term before we got to Europe. So we'll have to wait and see other results, but if it's not mathematically secured there, realistically it is, and we've got Vukovar at home next, so hopefully there if it's not already. Now, of course, the big question is this fillet injury. Oh, it's 4 to 7 weeks. So that is a massive blow in our hopes to win the cup, if nothing else. Pranjic is going to need to step up. Tolic could move forward, perhaps. We'll have to have a little play around with things there, but Pajic gets a bonus. Fillet gets a bonus. Fillet gets another bonus. Wow, we're going to go bankrupt on bonuses here. Yeah, Pajic just continues to be just an absolute monster from right back. And guys, that is that. I will be back momentarily with you for the game against Vukovar. Alright, welcome back, and we have done it. We are going to be in Europe next season. We've qualified for the Europa Conference League by securing a top 3 finish. Obviously, as I said, we have much higher ambitions than that, but Jarun will be in Europe next season no matter what happens from here, so that is excellent news. Now, we've also had our youth intake, which is exciting. And unlike previous intakes, I think it is actually exciting this time. So we've got one elite talent, which is this guy, Sven, that traditional Greek, who was it's a Croatian name of Sven. Right back, potentially quite good, actually. Already a very decent crosser of the ball. Perhaps lacks pace and positioning. But outside of that, there's, for a 15-year-old, quite a bit to like. So that's excellent. The top talents, we've got a defensive midfielder here. A defensive midfielder who can't tackle or pass is maybe a problem, but we'll see what happens with him. We've got another right back here, and you fear he is destined for a life on the bench, don't you? Unambitious as well, so maybe not quite what we would hope he would be, but we'll see. And we've got Ivan Poljak here. Now, he's actually rated potentially a little bit better than some of the others here, but we'll see again what we get. Good technique and passing already, though. I suspect he might be one for the future. And we've got a striker here. Striker that can't finish always concerns me a little bit, but we'll see what we can train him into. There's a couple of other guys here that are good talents. A goalkeeper. These guys may or may not, progress into anything. We'll have a look. We've offered some contracts here, but for the most part, we'll wait and see exactly what we get once we've seen them in training for a little bit. We've got some time before these guys, their trial is officially up. So, yeah, if there's anybody there that you see that you like and you are a qualifying Patreon member, and even if you are Damien Allmark as well, you are allowed to re-choose, mate, because you chose poorly your first time and that guy is not going to make it with us. But yeah, let me know and we can get some of these guys renamed. Name in the game is one of the thank you perks, I guess, for memberships or Patreon. So yeah, there we go. That is that. Now we have a game of football to play here. It is against Vukovar, and we are expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of them. And the team that we are sending out is Todorovic in goal. It is Bekanic, Hartman, and Zabic as the back three. Pajic and Rovest are in the wide areas. Daška, Nunez, and Tolic. And then we're going to start Pranjic and Tommy G up front. Now, unfortunately, the guy we loaned in to be backup is injured, so that's not great. Fillet is back in up to 2 weeks. Now, we did have a little bit of luck in that there was an international break in between the 2 games. So, yeah, that has given Fillet a little bit of extra time to hopefully be fit for our cup semi-final when it arrives. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. Noel is a goal scorer. Outside of that, I don't recognise too much that we would need to be particularly worried about. Obviously, any player on the field can be dangerous in the right time. Let's just relax, go out there. We should have no problem here. We are at home. Sometimes that brings extra pressure, but let's hope we can deal with that. Now, we are playing before Hajduk in this particular game week, so that means that we could have the lead out to 18 points we'll have a look at the league table here, but I think it would be 7 games to go for us after this one, so they would be 18 points with 8 games for them. And that, if we are any decent mathematicians, yeah, so there's 8 games to go right now, so they would have 8 games to go and potentially be 18 points behind. And like I say, that is pretty much getting to job done territory for us. But we do, of course, need to go and win the game, as Aston Villa showed us against Sheffield United on whatever day that was last week. You cannot just guarantee home wins because you can slip up against anybody. Not that I'm bitter, of course. There's a good ball to find Pajic again. Pajic is he's just brilliant. Tolik with a ball in. Oh, it's a penalty. Pranjic hacked down from behind, and... well, I mean, it has to be a penalty, doesn't it? You wouldn't blow it up if it wasn't. And there it is. So who's going to take it? Is it going to be Tolik himself? It is. Can he give us a 16th minute lead here? He's over his brutal bruised toe that he had, and he's ducked that away. And it is 1-0 with Tolik's 12th of the season. And what a signing he has been. If we're looking at sort of towards end of season awards and whatnot, Tolik surely is the golden pen this season, isn't he? Philip might be considered a new signing, so perhaps there'd be a bit of a challenge there for him. But yeah, he has been beyond what I could have hoped, I have to say. Tolik now with a corner, floats it towards the back post, and it's in, and it's Bekenic's 2nd of the season. He gets some big goals, does Bekenic, and that is 2-0 now, and that is surely enough now for us to claim the points here. Their goalkeeper's quite good too, actually. I've had a bit of a look at him. I don't think he's quite what we want, but yeah, it's certainly someone that is on my radar. Nunez now over a free kick, and we know what he can do from those, and that wasn't a million miles away. And we've got another highlight now. Rovers with a throw. Tommy G holds up the ball nicely. Dashka back for Hartman. Hartman to Pranjic. And there we go again. Pranjic is a deep lying forward, dropping a little bit deeper than ideally we'd like, I think, there. Tolik has found himself some space, and the goalkeeper has palmed it into his net, and I'm definitely convinced now we do not want Gutierrez. We've already got goalkeepers that can do that, mate. But it is 3-0. And Tolik, there was nothing really on. He just turned into a bit of space. The defence was a little bit slow to react, and the goalkeeper has got to be doing better than that, doesn't he? And yeah, that is poor from them. But we'll give them some praise, and this should be... well, let's not give us job done just yet. We've blown 3 goal leads before, of course, this season and last season, and season before that, for that matter. So we like to keep everybody on the edge of their seats as long as possible. But yeah, this is a team that is looking more or less destined for relegation. They're fighting actually better than I thought they would do, but they just don't quite have the quality, which is... I mean, we were very lucky when we came up, I think, weren't we? Because we looked like we were going to struggle all season long, and then we just got a couple of January signings in that took us to the next level. Philip, of course, the main one. But obviously, you're not going to be able to find those every year, no matter who you are. So, yeah, we've established ourselves, though, now as well, you would say, as not quite champions yet. As Tolik... just about Pranjic. Oh, I forgot how much I love Pranjic. Tolik gets it wide there for Pajic. Pajic. He's got a long way. It's... oh, the cross has taken a little deflection. It's landed for Gulji, and Tommy G gets his 17th. And there is quite the battle for Golden Boot going on, actually, too, between Tommy G and Philip. Now, obviously, Philip's going to miss a couple of games here. But Tommy G's missed his 1 or 2 games as well. So if we looked at games played, it would probably be roughly even, although, of course, Philip came in a little bit later as well, didn't he? Now, did that take just... he's behind the ball, which is fine. I wonder if the cross did just take a little nick off the defender there, but it doesn't matter. And it is 4-0 now, and actually at 4-0, let's get some of these kids on for a look. So, I want to have game time for Graf. Are we still giving... yeah, I think we still want to try and move him along a little bit. So let's get him on for Zebic, who was away on international duty and is a little tighter than some. Brigic, yeah, we want to give him some game time, I think. So let's get him on for Dashka. And because we're feeling confident, where's Ismailov here? Maybe we hold off on that for just a second. So we're not completely destroying the team. But, yeah, I think, I mean, these guys, they're good young players. Oops, and we've got an injury for Tolik, so that'll be a good time to get Islamov on. And we'll leave him there as the advanced playmaker and see what he can do. Let's hope the Tolik injury isn't too serious. We got him fairly off the field quickly. Rovis, that looked like red card animation, didn't it? But we've got away with it. We're in the 80th minute, so a 4-goal lead should be strong enough from here, as that is not the greatest finish that we'll see. We'll just go back to positive, just because we do have a few kids on the field and make sure that we're going to be able to see it through. But 85th minute now, and it is, as Graf wins a nice head up, it is getting close to a sort of perfect performance, depending on the Tolik injury, of course. But we've won the game. We got away with that a little bit. We've given some of our academy graduates some game time. And to make it a financially solid game, maybe we do just want to concede one at the end here and get rid of any clean sheet bonuses that might be floating around the team. But, oh, that was close. But yeah, this is very, very nice indeed. All round, a fairly solid episode. We didn't get many goals in the first game, but we've got a few here. Can we get another one? Oh, it's a penalty again. Now, who's going to take this one? Nunez would be a candidate. Tommy G would be a candidate as well, I would say. I don't know if any of the kids can take a penalty. It is Nunez, as he prays to the football gods. Takes his run up. Can we get a fifth in stoppage time? No, we cannot. As Gutierrez makes a very nice save. Nunez now with the corner. We're over the allotted stoppage time. We probably don't need to play any longer, if I'm honest. And that should be that, I would imagine. Ref, please. Thank you. There we go. 3 points. And that is 3 points closer to the title. 18 points now is the lead over Hajduk. And it's over to them. So there we go. Dinamo with a win as well. Are they going to get themselves into Europe? Yes, you fancy they might, you know. It's going to depend on us winning the cup, I think, because the other teams that are still in the cup, Lokomotiva, was it Varazden and Gorica? Yeah, Gorica is right there, aren't they? But I'd rather they weren't in Europe. Imagine that hit to their finances. But Vukovar hammered by Jarun. It is just a tight calf. We did get him off quick enough. Islamovic has made his first appearance in a senior team, so that's good for him. Tolik has got himself another bonus. Bonuses are sending us bankrupt. And there we go. That is that. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We will be back next time. We're going to come back for the cup semi-final against Varazden. If we can't win the league before that, it'll be Hajduk split to win the league, essentially. And if we can win it beforehand, then it'll be Aussie to win it. We could win a title and make a final all in the one episode. Don't forget to nominate your Viewers Player of the Years. And, yeah, I'll see you for that one. Take care.